Okay, we're recording. There's my big mess. All right, do I have to back out a little bit? Let's see. It looks seem to be so up close. All right, so bear with us. Here's my mess. I went from a half of a basement of a 3-bedroom ranch home. Half of that finished basement was my sewing room. To a small, there's our side door to come in. I'm gonna give you a tour. It's a little cramped. So if you were to walk in, oh, let me bend over and pick this up. We've been getting along things here. Let's see, I'll take you guys outside. Okay. So it's garage. There's the car. Oh, someone's coming over. So boom, you walk in. There's Patty. This is Patty. She's my what do you call those? Dress form. Washer and dryer. So you would have to walk through this path because there's a table, my table, and the wall. All right. I have my fabric set up. It's a work in progress. We haven't been here long. We just moved in a month ago. There's only so much time in the day that I have to dedicate to organizing this place. I have also a shelf behind me. Lots and lots of fabric. I'd say I have about 1,000 choices or more. I like to color code. Got that idea from the fabric store. So when a customer says, hey, I'd like a bag, can you show me pictures of what you have? I get that all the time. I have to explain to them, hey, I can't show you pictures of what I have. Let's narrow it down. Do you want Mickey Mouse? Do you like red? Do you like blue? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? It's usually what I start off by saying, and then I can kind of go from there and come pick out of my shelf and put together some choices for them. I'm making this video. I was trying to go live because I want to start going live selling my bags and showing you my tips and tricks. And for some reason it says my channel won't allow me to go live from a mobile device. It says I can do it from my webcam. Well, I'm in my sewing room. I can't just carry around my laptop. So we're making a recorded video. I'm going to cut to the chase. I just want to show you what I'm dealing with here. I have my daughter who's going to take the camera over when I get to sewing on the sewing machine. So bear with me. I recently sold a beautiful bag. Had anyone's familiar with Tulip Pink? Tulip Pink is a designer of this fabric, let's say. Chipmunk. She also did De La Luna. It's like a sugar skull looking lady, real pretty bag. Customer's in love with their bag. She loves it. Everything's good there. Hi, Maria, if you're watching, or Marie. She asked how to shorten the strap length, the straps. And my first thought was, oh my God, she's going to send this back to me and I'm going to have to tear that bag apart and start over because I couldn't think of how to do it. And then she also suggests that she wants to add O-rings or a strap buckle. And right away, my light goes off, my light bulb goes off in my head. Yes, we can do that. Let's add O-rings. Now, O-rings will add weight to your bag, but not too much, but it adds a little weight. But it also adds a little bling to your bag, a little pizzazz. Like, I love the silver, and I love the more hardware you can have on a bag, the cooler it looks. Like this bag has no hardware at all. Some bags I add it, some bags I don't. Now, it just was perfect because I just made this bag, and it has long straps. So we're going to show you how to shorten these straps using O-rings without tearing apart your bag. I have a whole jar of O-rings here in my Welch's jar. All right. Miranda, I think you're going to take the camera, so I know shaky videos aren't cool. People don't appreciate that. It's hard to watch. Oh, my finger just covered the camera too. Look at that. See how up close it looks?
Yeah.
So just stay there. All right. Can you see when I
Yep.
work my hands in there?
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, right there. So I have my O-rings. They're brand new. I already took this one out of the package. Well, these ones aren't so bad. I got some that are actually really heavy. These aren't heavy. So we're going to do 4 of them because we want to shorten them. You know, when I think about it, you really don't have to do 4, but you know, we'll do 4 to make it nothing difficult and funky here. Kind of hit the jackpot on hardware a year ago on purse hardware on eBay. I don't know if somebody owned a shop or what happened, but they were selling a box of like, and they're all brand new stuff in this slip things, packaging, O-rings, D-rings, lobster class, big ones, small ones, and it was a huge box. It was like 100 of each or 200 of this and that, and it was such a huge amount. It's probably $2,000 worth of purse hardware, and I got it all for $40 on eBay plus $10 shipping. It was a steal. It will never happen again. I know it won't. All right, so let me get to the point here. We want to mark where we want to cut, and you want to make sure that you leave enough to wrap around the O-ring and sew back on. So if you're unsure, you know, use a little pen, something that you can cover up when you sew. People use chalk, whatever. You can use a straight pen. I'm more of a person that eyes it up. And if never cut too short, cut more than you need, because then you can take it off as you go. Don't mind the writing on my hand. If you cut too short, you're screwed, you messed up, you know, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So I say about, I'm going to fold this over and just see where we want it to go. We're going to sew it here. So that looks good to me. Use my pen. This is just a regular ink pen, nothing fancy schmancy. Well, let's see. 'Cause that's how it's going to go there. Do you want a lot of room like that? Probably do a little bit shorter. Yeah, let's see there. Okay. Bag over so I can see where I marked. Make your cut. And there you have it. So I'm going to go on and do the other 4. Just to make sure what I got here. I have 3 1/4. So I'm going to try to move fast, because I know we're making a live video. I don't want to go back and edit it. So say about 3 1/4. All right, and then see how that looks. Same to me. Now take the ones that you cut, even though we measured the stubs, still just for your own peace of mind, take them, line them up, run your hands down them, make sure they're nice and firm and straight, and look at that. We have a little bit of overage right there. How'd that happen, huh? That means one of them was a little bit longer than the other, but not much. Okay, so for those of you that didn't understand, you're going to take your O-ring, You're going to wrap it around there, sew this on. I'm going to use a satin stitch, which is like a zigzag stitch, but you know, I don't know sewing machine talk. I am completely self-taught, so for anyone that wants to correct me, feel free. It looks like a zigzag stitch, but they're super close together, so there's no gaps in between. I believe it's called a satin stitch. You're going to do that there, and you're going to do that with all 4 O-rings. And then when you're done, I'll have my wonder clips over here. When you're done, you're going to go back and you're going to do the same thing with these. And then that's how you shorten your shoulder strap. So, like I said, we cut these to the same size, but I forgot to add, you're going to want to measure them out. Like, how does it feel? Use your wonder clips, hook them on there. How does it feel to you when you put it on your shoulder? How short do you want this? That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so we're going to take these over to the sewing machine. No, I guess you can go ahead. Spin around. Go over to where you were over there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get my chair. I do have a 5-year-old who's a little extra special and very busybody. So if she comes bursting in the room demanding the tablet, don't mind her. Okay, so I already got my machine ready for, I have a green thread in here, green on my bobbin. This is just a Singer Classic bought from Walmart for $150. I haven't shown my machine yet that I sew on, but this is it. This is the one. This is where all the magic happens. I had a big fancy computerized sewing machine and I couldn't stand it and I couldn't wait to get rid of it, to be honest with you. I'd like to get a Juki. I would like something better for what I do, for the kind of work that I do, but for right now, this is my baby, and when she starts going bad, I'll do what I can to repair her, or I just grab another one. So do I want my satin stitch to show on the outside? I mean, it's going to show on both sides, but you know, you have your choice to put your that way, or you can go this way. So when the purse is relaxed and not in your arms, it's going to fall like that and show, you know, it's to your own preference, what you prefer. I'm just going to go outside like this. And if you see, when it's folded over, I showed you it was 3 1/4, so it's leaving about a 1/2 inch from the top of the purse. Just go a little bit more. All right, I'm going to take this off. You good there, Miranda? Mm-hmm. Holding her still? Oh, you know what? Let me unzip this because I need to be able to get this into the sewing machine, like under it. So I got about a 1/2 inch to my top. It's going to keep that as a mental note for when I do the other ones. I just changed my needle out. This is actually a leather needle, 9014. I'm waiting on my needles to come in the mail. I ordered a Schmitz or whatever it's called online. And I'm working with what I have right now because I broke 3 needles in the last week working on some heavy duty bags. So I take my machine to a zigzag, like I said. I turn the length down to a 2, and the width is up to about a 4 1/2, almost to 5. Let me see how that looks. Always backstitch, but I'm not worried about it at this very moment because I'm going to go back and forth anyways. Let me see. Yeah, that's good. One thing I've noticed that on these Facebook sewing pages, or these young ladies sell purse hardware and sell bags. I noticed one common complaint, and it's actually steering people away from buying homemade bags, is the straps coming out. I've seen that on so many different pages where somebody's complaining about their own bag or a bag that someone purchased. They're carrying their bag and their strap ripped out. I don't know what everybody else does, but I make sure that that thing is not coming out. I've made mistakes where I had to take something apart and I couldn't even take my own work apart. It was so in there, so good. I had to cut it. It wouldn't. My seam ripper, it was crazy. So I had to show you guys, I guess, what I do. So I did my satin stitch. I went back to my straight stitch with a stitch length of about 3 1/4 and a width about 3 1/2, and I just do a straight stitch right above that satin stitch. It's just for a little added security. And I let it go right off the edge and cover the edges. Go back and forth over the edge like that, over the edge. When I'm doing my satin stitch, I try not to go over the edges. I don't like the way it looks. If I'll get like one strand hanging over the edge, I'll show you right now, because I already got one like that, and I don't want to make a super long video. Like I said, we don't know how to edit on this thing or anything. I've never made a video on the tablet before. This was one of my favorite seam rippers. It's actually broke. It has a bigger piece to it. It has a light and a little magnifier, and it broke, and I'm accustomed to using this thing. Now see, that went on a little crooked. And when I switched off to my straight stitch, there's your stitch that carries over. So I just break that through. If you notice, that came on crooked right there, you know, that bothers the crap out of me, but oh well, we're gonna have to deal with it right now. So I take my seam ripper and I break a little stitch if it went over the edge. If it's a whole bunch, I'll just make it match. And then I rip that one. And then I light it up carefully to burn the strap ends. If you're dealing with a thread that doesn't burn, an all cotton thread, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't know how anybody sews with that. Unless you're making a quilt or something. I don't know. I like to be able to burn them ends. Damn it, look at that. Look how crooked that came off there. Go figure on my first video, right? Hey, this is how you put a crooked strap on. Whatever. Okay. How to add O-rings crookedly. So we're going to try to keep this one straight in place. Gosh darn it, that's really bugging me now. I am a perfectionist, and if my bag don't make it, it gets thrown to the kids' room. Or I've actually had a bundle of bags, a whole bag of them, and I just donate them to a thrift store. So I got some messed up bags that are out there secretly being carried by people. All right, back to the 2 into the 4 1/2 on the zigzag, satin stitch, thingamajigger, thingamahoohoo. Back and forth, back and forth. Switch to the straight stitch. And I notice the O-ring's in the way of my foot, so I can't get up there too high, but we're making it work. Take it off. Seam ripper breaks that thread away from when I switched stitches. Careful not to rip into the quilting stitches. Just the green. The long threads I don't burn because they'll take too long to burn, and they leave long hard pieces hanging off of your strap. So just the short pieces, you cut them down, pat them. You don't want to hold it there too long and burn into everything you just sewn. Just those ends. Okay. 2 more to go. Like I said, we don't want to edit, so we're trying to go fast. Am I going fast enough?
Mm-hmm.
Kinda, yeah, a little bit.
Minutes.
Are we 20 minutes in? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. If I knew how to stop and then record and add the video to it, you know, to each other, like add them to combine them.
Like pause and
I think you have to do like a pause and play. A movie maker that has that. We'll figure it out. Anybody has any tips on that to help me? Any shortcuts to help me get started on doing these videos for the editing, for the editing software, or why it's not allowing me to go live off of a mobile device, but it'll let me go live off of my computer? If anybody knows why, I'm all ears. So now that you know what I'm doing, I'm just going to move along. Doing a bleach load right now. You smell that bleach? Mm-hmm. Smells good. A little too strong though.
I've always loved the smell of it.
I love it on my bedding and on towels. It's just so clean. But it's very toxic too. Felt like something was in the way. I just want to double check. Oh, I went too close there. Gotta let that foot relax a little bit. Getting it, cameraman?
Yep.
Cut. Not you cut. So like I said, I would have figured this out eventually. See, I didn't write that. But when my customer first said, hey, I want my strap shorter, I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I got to tear the whole thing apart. But then she's like, I was thinking I can add some O-rings or I can add some buckles and, right away. I'm like, yes, that's it. O-rings, stay there, partner. I'm going to grab the straps. Okay. So we already measured these to make sure that they are the same length. Now these were very long. It was pretty long. So if I add them onto the O-ring, let's see. Let's see how long it would be. So I came inwards with it. I'm going to end up doing the same thing. I mean, I went outwards with my stitching. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I meant to mention Marie, to the one that this video is actually for, was when you are measuring how long you want to cut your thing here, make sure you leave enough room for do that straight stitch, because your foot does have to come down and that O-ring gets in the way. But this seemed to be a pretty good length, which was 3 1/4. you know, but to everybody, you know, everyone's different. So however long you want your straps to be. Everyone sees things differently through their own eyes and likes their own comforts. That's okay. It's, all right, so this is how long it's going to be. That looks like you don't have to show it up there. It's fine. I'll show us, give a strap length when we're done. But that looks cool. Okay, and it gave it a little bit of bling. There's so many times that I've had to alter a bag or made a bag, tried something different, all because of a customer. Because a customer wanted something specifically done a specific way, and I've never done it before, but I'm always up for the challenge. And it ends up becoming something new. Now, I've never had to cut straps down and do this. I've added O-rings, yes, I'm not saying that, but I don't know. It's just amazing. You just learn as you go. And I'm so inspired by every customer, every sale. You guys have no idea. I'm not your average everyday salesperson I get a little mushy when I get my customers. Alright, so there's that one. Straight stitch. Now you got a little more room when you're coming on this side. You wouldn't think to use this green on this olive, but it was either that or the white. I thought the green would be different. I like to be different. Alright, we got 3 more to go. I'm going to hurry up.
Or you can just end the video right now and what's going on.
Well, let's finish up this. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, because
But
it's the same old.
I want to show the strap length that I ended up with.
Oh, okay.
Like, let me finish one side, you know?
Yeah.
So you guys know it's about to come to an end because partner said so. The boss is speaking. No, she's not the boss.
Yeah.
She likes to think she is. Oh, I didn't change my length. That's all right. I have a garbage right next to me. I'm not throwing them on the floor. This one lady was scooping them off like that, and there's so many comments underneath her post that said, "Are you throwing your stuff on the floor? Do you just throw your garbage on the floor?" I'm like, come on, people, really? It's pretty much what she said, too. She's like, I got a box right there, guys, or a bag. All right. Let's go one more. We were going to end it, but let's just finish it out. I don't know about you, but I like watching people sew. So we came out this way. What?
It's in the same place.
Your feet hurt.
Yes.
Lift one up and stand kind of like a
I'm
flamingo.
gonna shake the camera.
Oh, better not be no shakiness. I swear. Or you are fired. I've never sewn with a leather needle before unless I was actually working with like a hard vinyl, which was only one time. Just kind of stay away from those. And I've never used it on, you know, woven fabrics is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But kind of running short on needles. show up tomorrow in the mail. They should have showed up today.
Get 30 minutes in.
Okay. Well, if I wouldn't have gave the grand messy tour, it wouldn't be, you know, it takes off some time right there.
Yeah.
Just had to kind of explain what was going on. I attempted to make videos a long time ago, and I just wasn't ready, I guess. So we didn't cut the straps down for this one, but it seems to be short. Yes, because when you fold it over, you're losing, you know, a good 2.5 inches. So 2.5, 2.5, you know, 5 inches. Because I'm saying we didn't even cut these down. So Marie, the one who this video is for, talking to you again, sweetie, keep that in mind too. So you're folding, you know, when you make your cut, you're folding this over, and then you're going to be folding this one over. So that's a combination of almost 5 inches coming off of that strap length. So you actually don't need to cut anything off of your length. So keep that in mind. Keep all that in mind when you're going to make your adjustments. This is the last one. Up here. I like to go back and forth and get that kind of a thickness going on there, show off that thread. Some people just go over it once and they go back and forth at their start and their beginning. I don't even understand how. To me, it's so weak, it's not going to last very long. That little added back and forth when you're sewing something together really makes a difference to anybody who cares to listen about that tip. Okay, let me get this out of here. That one ended up, the very last one ended up being perfect. A little bit off there, but okay. Remember, don't get your mother's body or my face, because I'm just not wanting to be on camera right now. I'm not camera material. Okay? So lift upwards a little bit. Let's come over here. Can you see the bed? Okay. So that's how it turned out. Looks cool. And for the one I was making the video for, her bag is black with the De La Luna in the middle. So this the silver O-rings would look pretty sweet with that, if you ask me. Yeah. And let's give a strap drop. Now this had an 18-inch strap drop on it when I started. I'm pretty sure because I listed it for sale. I believe it was an 18-inch, and now it's a 14, almost 15. Nice. You stand it up. Yep, 15-inch. So we lost 3 inches. I thought it was more than that because of the fold over. So again, I'm going to talk to Marie. We lost 3 inches just by simply not cutting anything off the straps, but folding them over. I hope I didn't over repeat myself or over talk to anybody. I don't want, I hate when you get videos and they talk to you like you're in kindergarten. I am kind of a fast talker at that. So let me know how I did for my first one. Let me know what you think about altering your straps on your bag. You zip this baby up. And now I need to include pictures on my Etsy channel that this now has O-rings, or somebody's gonna want, if they buy it, they're gonna say, what the heck's going on, right? So I gotta change my listings now. No big deal. Let me see here. Looking good. My finger was in the way. Alright guys, that's it. Hope you liked my video. I'm going to be making a lot more. I'm going to figure out how to go live. If you're interested in sewing and just talk, real talk, women, children, kids. I'm a mom. I like to talk and learning new tips and tricks on sewing, and I would love to learn from you. Subscribe, and looking forward to making many more. Looks pretty cool. All right, bye.